Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Naviri Rama. I'm a grad student from Jakarta State University majoring in historical education. Today I'm going to present my thesis research about the development of nationalism attitude in 11th graders in at Madania High School, Bogor. Education is a learning process that will never stop. To develop an ability and to develop a character and personality. Horden and Hunt stated that the real function of education is to prepare a member of a government to develop someone's interests and talents for personal interests and government's interests. In the world of education, the main priority is transcendent values that can be used as the driving force of history for the good of the student or individual or for a social change. Character in the Beginning Nation Dictionary, history can be defined as follows. Psychology, morals, character that differentiate one person to another by differentiating from their character. Historical subjects have a strategic meaning. Dignified character and civilization makes Indonesian people have a sense of nationalism and love the motherland. The character material stated in the Minister of National Education Regulation for historical education have a great potential in developing character education. Historical program is a part of the character education have a strong potential to introduce students to the nation and its aspiration in the past. Through history lesson, the students can conduct histories on what, if, why, and how consequences arise from the response of the nation's people in the past to the challenge they face and their impact on past and present lives. Next, I'm going to explain about the methods that I use on my research. To obtain more comprehensive, valid, and reliable and objective data, the method used in this research is the qualitative method. Qualitative method is a descriptive research method. Sarino stated that qualitative research is a research method used to find out, discover, describe, and to explain the quality or features of social influence that cannot be explained or measured or illustrated through a qualitative approach. This research was conducted on Madania High School from January 2020 up until February 2020. Research design. This research was conducted with a qualitative approach by using the following steps. Direct observation plays an active role in the learning activities in history class, conducting an in-depth interview, and by making a questionnaires filled out by the students and the history teacher. And analysis, research, and commentation. Study data by presenting data, reducing data, and drawing conclusion. Research samples. In this research, there is three samples that is being used in this research. They are the 11th grade student of Madania High School, the history teacher of Madania High School, and the principal of Madania High School. Results of the research. Madania School is an international school located in Bogor. This school was founded in 1995 and as it started a new school year in 1996, precisely on February 27, 1995. This school is using a blended curriculum or mixed curriculum where Madania's curriculum follows the national curriculum, the 2013 curriculum, and additional curriculum with international content. This additional curriculum adopts the Cambridge curriculum for a number of subjects such as, for example, in the Department of Natural Sciences, studying physics, chemistry, biology, and mathematics, and then for the Department of Social Science, studies sociology, geography, history, civics, and English. This school have For vision, they're reviving godly awareness, actualizing world-class standards, living with a noble character, and respecting the values that exist in Indonesia. Results of the research. Based on the observation and the interview with history teacher and the students of Madania High School, researcher can see that most prominent aspects of nationalism is patriotism, honesty, responsibility, leadership, and finally, tolerance. As I explained before, Madania High School is a school that used two curriculums. They are the 2013 curriculum and the Cambridge curriculum. The 2013 curriculum prioritizes understanding skills or abilities and character education. The attitude of nationalism in history lessons at Madania High School, especially for grade 11, based on the history teacher's information, is taught through stemming the attitude of patriotism, leadership, respecting others, failing the struggles of their predecessors, and to defend the country. The results of the interview to the history teacher, the researchers can conclude that the implementation of the nationalism attitude has been implemented well, especially in the values of patriotism, honesty, tolerance, responsibility, leadership, and finally, mutual cooperation. Based on the learning implementation plan used by the history teacher in Madania High School, the nationalism attitude has been integrated into all subjects that have been taught and delivered, especially in history lesson. The results of classroom observation show learning that takes place in this class is sufficient and the material delivered by the teacher to her students is clear, taught, and delivered. Conclusion. Based on the results of the data analysis, the researcher can conclude the research as follows. The results of the interviews and observations showed that the students already considered the work of the history teacher as good. The history teacher has succeeded in planting nationalism attitude through history lesson. The aspects of nationalism that stand out more are love for the homeland, honesty, responsibility, leadership, mutual cooperation, and tolerance. Recommendation. The history teacher has succeeded in integrating nationalism in history lessons. The history teacher has also succeeded in getting their students to be more active. And they suggest that the way of delivering learning needed to be added more, for example, in the form of a game or role play when learning about a topic in the history book. Thank you for the attention and for giving me the chance to present my thesis research. Thank you very much.